Oh, we're just doing a systems development workshop, just very basic setting up. Well, first the freelancer copy, and then all the tools and some basics. So yeah,
Might as well listen in at least.
now that you're here, if anybody else shows up, there's a few more people I pinged, but they said they weren't sure they're gonna come. So yeah, welcome guys. I'm gonna start with the very basics. Some of you might have already set this up, but I'm doing it anyways, and I encourage you to do this with me, so it stays with you. All of the things we're gonna be doing. So the first thing that I will do in order to even develop anything is to make a copy of the live freelancer install. So File Explorer, you navigate to your freelancer installation. I'm not sure where it is for you guys. So in this case I have a folder called Discovery Live, and then here it is. And I'm literally gonna go inside, Control A, copy everything. And then I have this freelancer folder. I'm gonna make a new folder, let's say freelancer dev. And I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna copy the live install, and we're gonna wait a few minutes. And you guys can do that right now too.
I'm gonna do that. I should have done that before. My bad.
No worries.
I still have mine set up on my desktop.
Specifically Disco Freelancer.
Oh, holy shit, I don't have enough space.
Disco Dev. Yeah.
Disco.
It can be in any folder on any disk, as long as it's not in obviously the same as the live install.
Yeah, just didn't have enough space on one disk. Then I should clean up.
Well, if you can, then it's fine. You just watch, and I'm recording this so I can upload it later. Then you can redo the steps on your own if you miss some. But yeah, let me guys know when you have done this step.
Done.
So Vendetta has done it already. Cadus, you gonna follow too, or are you just listening?
I'm just gonna listen in.
Okay, fair.
Oh, hey, Cadus.
If I want to follow through, I'll just watch your video later.
Hey, Cadus.
What's up?
Cadus. Or whatever it's.
Alright, got it copied.
Okay. Curdy, you gonna do it, or should we continue?
It's 80% complete.
Okay.
It's coming from SSD to a hard drive. My bad. 900 kilobytes per second.
Okay. Yeah.
That is a dinosaur, holy shit.
There we go.
Okay, the next step is to go to the exe folder of your install, find the Freelancer.exe, and then you can make a desktop shortcut. Either copy it or just send to desktop shortcut. And then immediately rename it to Freelancer dev or something, as an example, so you know where it belongs.
There we go. Yep. Very nice. There we go.
Okay. Then the next step is to go right-click, Properties, and here we want to add -dx, so it syncs our resolution. Otherwise, it's going to be 800 times 600. So in the target, we add -dx. You can add other stuff like -log append to save your log, -windowed to start in window, but -dx is the only relevant one for now.
Holy shit, I completely forgot about that. Thanks. Yep.
Yeah.
So wait, we create a new shortcut, or we just rename the exe, or shortcut on desktop, I guess?
Yeah, shortcut to the center, shortcut to desktop, and then edit the shortcut. You go to properties, and then you do as shown on the screen. These three parameters are just the first one. You must edit the shortcut, not the exe file. I don't think it even lets you.
No, I'm sure
Properties.
you need to do that on Shortcut.
Properties, Freelancer.exe -dx -log append -windowed.
Okay. And
Yeah.
once I click OK, you can now double click it to try and run it. It should run in Windows now, in windowed mode.
Oh, my bad. You said something about the run normal window, minimized, maximized. Oh,
Yeah, I went to
just
windowed,
normal.
Yeah.
Maximized.
If you have the windowed, it's gonna, as you can see, it started in windowed mode for me. That's all.
Mhm.
That's all that changed. You don't need
It can
that.
be
You just need
tweaked.
-dx. That's it.
Okay, yeah, minus the X. Yep.
So we just did this to
Alright.
make sure it's working. We don't need to do anything at the moment here.
Mm.
I'm just gonna exit right now. Okay, just to have our working copy here.
There you go.
The next step is to install our software. So we're gonna just install two tools today, the most important ones, which is Freelancer Mod Studio and Visual Studio Code. So yeah, I can quickly show you guys. I already have them installed, but Firefox, you literally write here, I don't know, Visual Studio Code, for example, and then download, and then you would download it here. That's the first link. I'm gonna actually throw it in the chat. And then the second link is gonna be Visual Studio, Freelancer Mod Studio, which actually, I don't have, I'm gonna throw it in voice text because we don't have anything better at the moment. And then for the developers, I'm also throwing a third link to Git fork. So the second link is just a link to Freelancer Mod Studio, which is our main systems editing software, Freelancer Mod Studio. I just opened the link. And the third one is Git fork, which is our Git software where we push commits and changes. So yeah, all three you can download. I already have them downloaded, so Windows 10. Once it's downloaded, it's a simple next finish install. Same with Freelancer Mod Studio, same with fork. For fork, it's going to ask you to pay for it, but you don't have to pay anything. There's a free evaluation copy for that lasts indefinitely. Freelancer Mod Studio, same thing, exe, and yeah, all three exes. Just launch them, install them. Some of you already installed this before we met, I believe. I even told some of you guys to do it because it just saves time.
I already had them installed, but yeah, been a while.
It has been forked.
So is there anybody who didn't install these two?
I'm all set.
Okay. Then
I got it, yeah.
Then let's start with Visual Studio Code first. I'm going to close mine on the side. I want to start something independent. So let's do it via okay, Freelancer Dev. Remember where you copied your development installation. Let's go to Data, Universe, and let's open Universe.ini. Right-click Open with Visual Studio Code. You might also, depending on how much you use Notepad and stuff, put this as default for all INI files. But just for now, Data, Universe.ini, open with Visual Studio Code. You're going to get something like this. Now, what's really cool about Visual Studio Code compared to like Notepad++ is its search function. That's probably the biggest reason why I prefer it over Notepad++ is because you can easily search and cross-references off anything you want. Systems, bases, everything in the game essentially. And that makes it really useful. But just opening this file won't do anything for that. We need to set up our Visual Studio Code. So what we're going to do now is go left-click to File, Open Folder. We're going to click on that. Open folder. And then here we're going to select our dev folder, Freelancer Dev. select folder.
War game folder, not the data.
No, just your installation, your dev installation. There's not in data or
The
anything.
entire thing. Okay.
The entire
Okay.
thing,
Okay.
yeah. And you should get something like this.
Let's see. Yep. There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking sick.
Save.
This already looks way better than Notepad++.
Yeah, exactly. That was exactly what I was thinking. Notepad++, just one big headache.
Yeah, the reason why
I'm
I'm saying
sure
is...
the VSC is a lot better.
Yeah, the reason why I'm saying is because now here we're going to be opening files directly from VSCode. You can also do it to Explorer, but now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go expand the data. Just click on the arrow. Universe, you expand, and then you double click or left click universe.ini, and we're in the same place we were before, but we have everything on the left indexed.
It's a lot here to look at.
And if you want universe.ini to stay now indefinitely, as long every time you open VS Code, you just have to type something and undo it so like it stays. Otherwise, it's gonna remove itself as you open new things. So just type the letter A, delete it, and save it. So now it stays. There's probably a hotkey for that, but I just do it like this. Because now when I open anything else, let's say territory.ini, universe stays. So we can have like a tab of favorites, most important system files that I'm going to explain in a bit. And then you don't have to open them every time, you just have them for quick access at the top.
There's
Okay.
a pin button.
There's a pin button if you right click on it.
Oh, okay, even better. Yeah, pin button, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there you
And
go.
keep open.
Yeah, perfect. So that's just the introduction.
Thanks.
We don't need VS Code anymore, so we can minimize it. I'm going to keep it open. But we have our Visual Studio Code, so sorry, a Freelancer Mod Studio, so you can launch that one. And you're probably not going to be greeted with this, so I'm actually going to close it. You're probably going to have something empty like this, I assume. Let me know how it looks for you.
Oh, damn it, it has updates.
That's fine. I think those updates are actually bait. They are fake updates. The game auto updates every month, but there are no updates in years.
All right, yeah, blank.
Blank. Okay.
I've got 17 systems open.
You have? Okay. But yeah, basic setup, it's all blank. We go to File in top left, Open, File, and then we have to navigate to our, not to our live install, but again to our dev install, Data, universe.ini. And we open it. And we should get something like this.
Yep.
Never thought you could open the universe.ini. Then I'm stupid.
Just need the right program.
I'm really that stupid. I made a completely entire system, but I didn't know about that. That's actually pretty cool. Thanks.
Yeah, you will find out a lot
Damn,
more.
I'm fucking idiotic.
No worries, no worries. So, did anybody not reach this point? Universe.ini?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, so this is the most important file for systems deving. This is where you see the overview of all systems, and if you want to open any particular system, let's say Shikoku right here, you just left click and then open Kusario 2, and it's going to open it in another tab here. And you're going to have an overview of Shikoku, for example. You go back to universe.ini, you want to open New Tokyo, you left click once and then open Kusario 1. There you go.
Hold on.
I wonder how similar these are to the actual system tools. that the devs used for Freelancer.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll never know, I suppose, but they definitely had something. So yeah, let's take the example of, well, we're already here. Let's take the example of New Tokyo. So once again, New Tokyo, if you don't know where it is exactly, like, or sorry, what the internal name of New Tokyo is, you can go based off like the map, or you can open something like DarkStat or FLStat. I like to use FLStat personally because FLStat allows you to update it based on your local installations, whereas DarkStat is always bound to live. So you can edit in DarkStat, you add a new system, in FLStat add a new system, and it'll show up in FLStat. So yeah, here in FLStat you would go to, well actually it's already in bases, you just sort it by system nicknames. And then here you have systems, and you have, we scroll down, systems, down to New Tokyo, for example. And there you go, you have Kuo1.
System nicknames.
Yeah. The other alternative way, maybe even faster now that you guys already set up your VS Code, is to go to VS Code, Universe.ini, and here search, Control F, search New Tokyo. But not Planet New Tokyo, we want New Tokyo. And there, here you have the nickname, Kusario1.
Yep.
So plenty of ways to get the internal name. This is probably the fastest, Universe.ini or DarkStat, FLStat. Okay, back to...
Oh yeah, that's base making. I remember that.
Back to FLMod Studio, we go to Kusario1. That's system New Tokyo. And let's make a change. So the way that Freelancer Mod Studio works is you usually just drag and drop, copy paste objects in, and then edit their parameters on the right. Save your changes, test your changes, crash the game 100 times, and then it works after enough tries.
Yeah, FLMS just crashed on me.
To show you some keybinds, you might want to note these down. So the first one is the F key. So you want to click on open space first, press F, it's going to zoom in on the sun.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta reopen FLMS because it just crashed. But please continue.
Well, yeah, welcome to the experience.
I've already had my share. Don't worry about it. Alright, it's reopened. I'm ready.
Okay.
All right, so we got the properties here.
Yeah, so as I said, open New Tokyo, Kurdi, and then press the sun in the middle. Just left click the sun, and then press F to zoom in. That's the first step.
Yeah.
So some basic movement handles is obviously scroll down, up is zoom in and out. Then what you might find useful is holding left Alt and then rotating your mouse. This allows you to rotate.
Oh, that's how you do it. Yeah, because I noticed right click was just panning the camera.
No, yeah, holding left Alt.
Yeah.
The other useful one is Control W to get the moving handles. You can see those here on my screen in Tools. View, Position handles. There's also rotation handles, Control E, and scale handles, Control R. So if we take something that's not a sphere, jump gate, for example, I press F to zoom in, then I zoom out a bit, I rotate a bit so I have a nice view. So Control W, we can move it along the axes.
Yeah, it's for the X, Y, and Z axis.
Yeah, but if I press Control E to swap to the rotation handles, now if I rotate, it's going to rotate like this. It's not going to move it anymore. And then Control W moves it again. So very useful for quick repositioning without having to manually do coordinates or anything. This is how you do it. Control W, Control E, you move around objects. And then you zoom in or out, press F, left Alt to do it on the spot like this. What other keybinds are there? Let me see if there's anything in view I could tell you guys. Not really. There's Control T that you can do. So if you press Control T on the jump gate, that means any other object you click is going to calculate distance to set jump gate. It's going to tell you in top left. So trade lane, distance to jump gate is now 4K. And then you can do it.
So that was which bind?
Control T.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, Control T locks essentially starts measuring that object that you had it clicked before you pressed Control T. You can do the opposite as well. You can click on the trade lane, Control T, then back to the jump gate, and now let's say you want to place the jump gate 5k from the trade lane, but you don't want to move the trade lane. Well, now you have the distance, so now you press Control W again, and then you just drag it back until you see in top left it's like 5k-ish. There we go, I almost got it. But yeah, for example, right? This is how you line up jump gates and trade lanes. That's how I do it. It's not 5k usually, but it's the principle. Also for trade lanes, this is how you distance trade lanes perfectly. Trade lanes are always 7.5k apart. There are some minor exceptions, but that's the rule, so you want to make sure that they're always 7.5k apart. So if I click another one here, it's going to save 7,500, which is expected. 1 meter more.
I thought they were 7.2.
Nope.
Which seemed like a really odd number, but okay.
It's 7.2 feet, but 7.5 meters.
Ooh. Yeah, and then...
Can we ban him?
Yeah. I'm sorry. What was the the shortcut to have the dotted line? I missed that one because I was messing around in QD1. I missed the video.
Control W.
Position.
Yeah.
Okay, to have the jump gate and the trade lane aligned.
Oh, aligned. Well, to have them aligned, that's like they're already aligned.
I mean,
so
I mean the white line.
Control T. Control T.
Control T. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
T like Toulouse.
Control T. No, that's useful.
Yeah, but you have to click if you want to be measuring it from trade lane to the jump gate. You have to click the trade lane first, and then press Control T, then click on the jump gate back.
Yep.
And suppose there's a key that has all the different keybinds somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Trick select. Yeah, there's a bunch of others. Focus selected. I actually never even clicked this. Oh, it's just F. Okay, Control F is F. And yeah, like Control Y is, or Control Z is to undo your changes. Control Y is to redo them. So we can just press Control Z a bunch of times and reset the system to its original state. And if there's no little star up at the top, that means all system changes have been redone. Nothing has been changed. Okay, so that's some basics with maneuvering in Freelancer Mod Studio. Once again, this is going to be recorded, so you can check it in, whenever, if you forget. Let's reposition our sun. So as you can see, there's a sun in the middle. It's going to be our first systems change. The sun has 2 death zones, even though one of them is technically obsolete at this point, but we're going to keep it for now. So the way that sun zones used to work for almost 2 decades in Freelancer, in Disco, is you have the sun itself as the object, but it doesn't do any damage. It's just sun, the object. It has a unique name, so golden rule of development, whenever you add any new object, first thing you do is change the nickname. That's the #1 thing. All objects must have unique nicknames, otherwise it can cause issues. So if you add another sun, just add a sun 2 or sun 3, etc. You can even add it whatever. It doesn't have to be coherent, but you kind of want some kind of logical naming pattern just to make it easier for yourself. Yeah, we're going to go over these entries later, but so yeah, nickname change if we're going to add a new sun. Actually, we should do it right now. I'm going to actually copy this sun. We're going to add a new sun. So let's click on the sun. Control C to copy, Control V to paste. And we're going to have 2 identical Q01 suns, and we can name this Q01 sun 2 because there's no other sun in Qusario 1. And then I'm going to hit save. So I added the duplicate sun to New Tokyo. And now what we can do is we can drag and drop it somewhere in, let's say here. Doesn't matter, the exact position is completely irrelevant. And I still have the tracking handle, so I removed that by pressing Control T again. So yeah, I created a duplicate sun, gave it a unique entry, and I moved it to the middle of, well, not the middle of nowhere, but let's say near Kure here. And then I'm going to hit Control S to save my changes, otherwise nothing will happen when I go in game. And now let's go in game. So I'm going to minimize this.
We
Let's-
don't copy the death zones.
Could not be saved. Please check if it is. Let me check to see if I have anything open.
Okay,
I think it might be the Disco launcher.
it might be.
Yeah, let me test this out.
No. Let me. All right, time to go into Task Manager. Let's see what's up.
Be careful you didn't open the Universe.ini of your live install.
No, this isn't the live install. This is I'm like 99% sure this is just the it's the Disco dev install.
Okay.
Okay. Try to save.
New game.
Is it marked as read only? Is that why? Or
9 million
Could be. I'm not sure.
days. Cool.
There we go. Got a Sun 10k from Kure.
Right.
Yeah. But let's wait for the rest to catch up.
Agree.
all right, time to dive into these files and see what's up.
So when you press save, what does it tell you?
It's not read only. Okay, so let me do it real quick. Okay, so I try to save, and it says the file ku01.ini could not be saved. Please check if it is open in another application or if the file is marked as read-only. Access to the path where the system is denied.
Where did you save it? Like what's your path of your install?
The
It
path
worked
is
for me.
Microsoft Games, Disco Dev, Data Universe for the system. I put it in the Microsoft Games folder.
Maybe that's why.
It is.
Maybe it has some kind of weird thing because it's in documents, right?
Maybe just
No,
post a
it's not. It's
screenshot of
on
what I did.
my program files.
Oh yeah, program files has this thing. I believe if it's not in program files, it could.
Okay, I'll try moving it then.
Yeah, move it before program files, one step before. That also does mean you will lose your folder in
That's
Visual Studio Code, but that's fine. Because it's going to lose its location.
yeah. As long as it open folder.
Go check the sun because it doesn't have a kill zone.
Yeah, it doesn't have a kill
Go.
zone, exactly. So we just copied the sun, as I said. Sun has 2 kill zones.
Why didn't that do it? What the fuck? Oh god. Let me try just restarting it real quick. Okay, Q1.
Do any change and try and save.
Open.
You still have the warning. Hey, you're entering the sun corona.
Yep. To be expected.
But I'm not dead. Yep.
I will explain that as well.
But that's how the game works.
Any luck, Lily?
And it still happens a decent bit away from the sun.
Let me check.
All right. Save. Oh shit! No. Yeah, it does have a hitbox. I forgot the name.
All right, now that worked. So let me get into
Perfect.
Freelancer.
Did you move the sun already?
I just moved it.
Okay.
So I already
now
saved. Save works. Let me. Yeah.
you launch it from the desktop, and we can go B. So some basic single-player commands. You might have known them already, but the first one is B. New Tokyo, for example.
And it is case sensitive.
Yes, it's case sensitive. Let this guys crash into the document. Okay, and there you go. There's our second sun added. And if it was a duplicate entry, when I click that one, both would be selected, which means something's wrong. So Yeah, they have to move.
Oh, so that's how you make, like, you know, the bases that are pretty intricate with many different things. So
Yeah,
that's
and then-
how that's how you don't have like object unknown. You put
They're all part of the
like
same
the
entity.
same the same entity.
Yeah, I'll
Oh.
show that too.
In
Some basic commands, once again,
Okay.
like B, then there's system, New Tokyo, right? System Shikoku, for example. The one that's important is show to show everything, so you don't have to search for it. Then there's rep equals 1, so wild NPCs don't shoot you. They're the only ones that are red, I
Show.
think, by default.
hold
And
on, what's show?
Show, yeah, just show. And then there's the jump command.
What is it?
Show means everything on the maps are revealed to you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And then there's the jump command, which is just J. So I click on any object, I press J,
Show.
and I.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, man, jump forward.
And you can also teleport to base, like since the base new Tok, it's enough. Or you can do base Ku01, 01 base. I believe that's planet. Yeah, it's the same thing. The internal name is once again.
Internal name or nickname.
It's in
Yeah.
Universe.ini or in DarkStat FLStat, as we said. You can find the internal name.
You can also jump forward a certain distance by typing jump and then how many meters in full units it is. So if you jump if you type jump 25,000, it'll move you 20k, 25k.
Yeah, that's
Really?
useful. Yeah, so you can whatever you're
Yep.
pointing. So you can point up,
Yep.
jump 10,000.
Oh yeah. Oh my.
So,
Oh my
so if you want to like
God.
get a screenshot of above plane, so you can see the whole thing, the whole system at once, that's the easiest way to do it.
Oh,
That's
shit.
awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah,
That's actually a new one for me.
yeah.
There we
Jump, and then 5,000, for example. Yeah, very good for making.
I'm
cool
going to
screenshots,
game in.
definitely. Yeah, so that's the basics single player. We can close the game for now, actually, because I want to go back to Freelancer Mod Studio and do some other things. Yeah.
There's work to do.
First change done, but as you see, the sun has no kill zone. So we also, when we're working with suns, yeah, I was going to explain the sun death zone. So sun itself, as you can see, let's explain the entries. We have our sun here. I'm going to zoom in on it. Nickname is unique. Okay, then IDS name is the info card. We're going to skip info cards for now because you guys literally cannot edit them because we only have it on our dev install. But this is the name of the info card, and then here below IDS info is the description. It's like saying how heavy it is, what type of luminosity, etc., in this case. So we ignore these two for now. Position is literally a position that our star is in. If you want to make this round, you can. There's no reason to. Nobody, like Freelancer itself doesn't care if these are round or not. So, yeah, ambient color. This is the luminosity of the sun, but this is actually not relevant because we're going to be placing a light that's going to be doing the job for this. So we just keep this as default. Archetype is always Sun 2000, barring some exceptions, but in this case it just stays like this. Star is the type of star it's going to use. In this case we're using the Ku01 star, so it's going to be the same. We could use another star from another system. This doesn't have to be unique. It's just the archetype itself. And then what Curdy noticed is the atmosphere range is still active. This is the atmosphere range where it tells you danger entering Sun Corona, and where you get the effect as well. But it doesn't kill you. You can see this is just the indicator. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to grab this death low, because sun death has no damage. If we open this zone, there's a bunch of other parameters, but sun death has no damage. Here damage is blank. We got rid of these when percentage damage radiation got introduced, so this should actually just be deleted. We just never got to cleaning that up. It doesn't do anything at the moment. So we want to grab sun death low, copy it, and then left click on our sun 2 and paste it here, so they're right next to each other like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on sun 2, I'm going to grab the position, Control C, copy, and then paste it on the death low. And then again we have to rename the zone as well. Zone Kusari 02, Kusari 01 Sun 2 death low. Let's say let's keep it somewhat sensible. So I copy pasted it, I copy pasted coordinates from our sun, pasted it to the death zone, and then renamed the death zone as well. So it's all unique.
I I tried copy pasting the Sun Death Low to Sun 2, but it only seems to paste where the original Sun Death Low is.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
And then you grab the sun, and you have position pause, and then Control C,
Ah,
and
okay.
then Control V paste, and it's gonna teleport it. Yeah, that's expected.
Sorry, every time I modify something, I get saying I need something called vector. I never had that before.
Oh, right. So for that, I immediately suggest you go to Tools, Options,
Tools, yeah.
and
Right.
then it was, where was it? Somewhere ignore, I need to find it.
Ignore 3D editor types. Ignore.
Alert when providing
only-
invalid init. There you go. Click on false here. Put this to false.
Yeah,
Alert when providing.
Alert. Yep.
So
false. Gotcha.
yeah,
False. Thanks. There we go.
yeah, it's gonna annoy you a bunch otherwise.
Something. Yeah. No.
Yeah. So we created a death zone. Now let's test it real quick. And again, percentage radiation doesn't work in single player, but there's enough flat damage for us to notice whether it's working or not. So let's launch. I always type show rep equals 1, and then S Tokyo. There we go. And
I have a quick question. Whenever you can.
What's up?
I've noticed the suns, etc., to have like 5 digits behind in terms of position, etc. Will that have an impact on performance or not?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't? Yeah.
No. Has nothing to do with performance. That
Thanks.
just Freelancer Mod Studio does it. As I said, you can round it down if you want, but it doesn't change anything. I don't actually see my health right now because I'm in Windows, but if I press G, it repairs. So percentage doesn't work, but flat damage is still visible, so our death zone works, and people would die at this range already.
Nice.
So yeah, and then once again you can jump out, 5,000.
The numbers in that damage line, what do they represent?
Yeah, I can explain those two briefly. So back to FL Mod Studio. This is the recent formula. As I said, for 2 decades we had 2 zones. The inner zone was like damage equals 1,000,000, and the outer zone was like damage equals 2,000. So the outer zone would damage snub slightly, the inner zone would shred everybody. But now we have a smart way to do it. We have percentage damage. So in this case we have damage equals 2,000, 25, 0, 2,000, 2.0. What does that mean? First one is the flat damage. Second one is percentage damage. Percentage max HP per second damage. Then we have 0, which is a new addition for a flag that is not important right now. It's always 0. Just remember that. Then 2,000 is scaling after which this starts applying. So for the first, like as soon as you enter the zone, and then until 2,000 meters into the zone, you're not going to be taking this damage. You're going to be taking 0, starting from 0. It's going to ramp up, and only after 2k, it's going to start doing this full damage. And what's the ramp up scaled with? Log scale 2. If this is 1.0, then it's linear. Then it's literally you start at 0, and then every 100 meters it gets 5% higher in this case, or every 200 meters it gets 10% higher, until it starts doing 2k flat and 25% max HP. But because of log scale 2.0, it's going to start way slower, and then it's going to ramp up faster and faster as you approach. In this case, so sphere is 10.5k radius, so after 8.5k into the zone, it's going to do full damage. And between 10.5 and 8.5, it's going to ramp up more and more. That's how the formula is set. But none of this works in single player. Only this works in single player. Damage 2,000. That's it.
50,000.
Yeah, but not important for us right now. These damage values again. Something to tweak later. But now let's make another change in our system, but let's do it through Visual Studio Code, for example. Visual Studio Code, we have our universe, we have it pinned. And now, in the universe.ini, let's say we found our system nickname Kusario1, that's New Tokyo. Now what we're going to do is in universe on the left we have systems. We're going to expand this, and here you have a list of systems. We're going to find Kusario1 and open the INI. And the same thing you have in FLMod Studio, you now opened in the ini file itself. See, these are the exact same entries. And now I'm going to show you immediately something that's going to happen to all of you at some point, which is the desync between FLMod Studio and Visual Studio Code. If you're working in both simultaneously, Visual Studio Code is smart. It's going to auto-update as you save in FLMS. Like if I copy the sun and make another entry, it immediately copied it here as well. If you go down to sun 2, there you go, there's 2 suns. However, if I do it the other way around, if I copy the sun in here, FLMod Studio will not update. And so, as you can see, nothing changed. So I would have to close it and reopen it. If I don't do this, if I now here do a silly change, like, I don't know, move this a centimeter, it overrode all of the changes in Visual Studio Code. And this is something I want to point out early to you guys, so you don't lose a bunch of changes because you forgot to close and open your system in FLMS, or close and open the whole program. That's a flaw of the program, unfortunately, but yeah, you have to close the system and then open it again, and then it picks up the changes from VSCode. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're in our ini file. That's right. So now let's change something in the ini file here directly. Let's change, for example, we have at the top here, I suppose I should explain some basic parameters of every single system. So first you have the system info. This is, as far as I know, we only use local faction everywhere. Here this is like Ku police or Li police GRP. This is not used at all. It doesn't matter what it says here, but something has to say. So we use Kusario police in this case, QP or LIP GRP. Literally doesn't matter, just as long as any faction is here. Then space color is the color of the Starsphere. Usually this is 000 because the Starsphere itself is colored, so you don't need extra color. But some systems like Tau37 have this as well to additionally brighten the Starsphere. 000 means dark, pitch black. 255, 255, 255 means pitch white. And if you want to know the exact formula, you can just type, I'm going to go to Firefox. You type in Google hex color, for example. It's going to give you something like this. And then here RGB you can test. So 000, it's pitch black. And then let's say you move it to pitch white, it's 255, 255. Or if you go to, I don't know, let's say like very saturated red, it's these colors. And that's how you can change lighting as well. So if I was to put this, let's do this for an extreme example. Put it in space color.
You make Languedoc.
This is going to make Kusari, this is going to make like New Tokyo super red. Let's check it out. So I copied this.
It's going to transform it into Lang.
Yeah, even worse, I think. It's going to look awful, but just to demonstrate. I'm going to launch my game. There we go.
Oh.
We made everything. It looks,
oh my god.
It looks really bad with any kind of Starsphere with stars, because you can see in the distance they have like little pockets that cannot be colored.
Yeah.
So that's
high
why
contrast, yeah.
we don't.
That was the
use this.
error I did. When I made that system, that's what I did. I changed the color, but I didn't change the Starsphere. So I had the ugliest thing ever.
Yeah, so but yeah, we did our change through Visual Studio Code just to demonstrate as well. So this we don't generally use. You can, but yeah, be mindful that it's going to ruin the Starsphere most likely. Then we have the texture panels. These are just the panels that the system's going to use. Just remember this is default. I don't want to go too much in depth into this. Then we have the music files. So this is music Q space, Q danger, Q battle. Then we have the dust space, dust equals dust is the one that you see, like the tiny light particles when you fly around. This is the same in vast majority of systems. So
Any specific systems where it's different?
I think Kansas or stuff, some others. But yeah, this is the dust you can see around, tiny light particles everywhere when I'm moving.
Mind if I take a peek in your hold? Didn't think so.
I'm being scanned.
Open the game, being scanned immediately.
If you remove this, wait, I'm in New York. Hold up, let's go to New Tokyo. You can, by the way, make changes live as well. A lot of them, not all of them, not zone changes, but for example, sun repositioning, you can do while the game is running, so you don't have to close it every time. Where was I? Kusario 1, and I wanted to change here the dust. I wanted to remove it. And now when I move, there is now no more particles around. It looks very weird. So yeah, we want to definitely revert that. It's just part of vanilla, part of the soul. Okay, back to Visual Studio Code. There's the dust, then we have ambient color. That's the color, no matter where in the system you are, even if you're 200k below plane, what's the lighting gonna be on the ship. So like, as you can see, this lighting, if I go 200k up, it's still gonna have lighting around it from all sides equally. So this is the background lighting, essentially. So this should be as low as possible, acceptable for the system environment. And then as you get closer to light sources like suns, it's gonna start increasing only from the frontal side, only from this side as we jump. For example, here, jump at 100k, it got brighter because of the sun having its own light. So yeah, that's another entry. Then we have background. This is the Starsphere. The most important one here is the last one, Nebula equals Starsphere Q01. You can literally delete this one for test, and then just refresh the system, and bam, Starsphere gone, for example. There's just the default stars. You could delete all three if you wish. Or maybe I think you have to keep the background. Let's keep the background, but just remove it like this. And it's gonna be pitch black. Nothing.
Oh, that's spooky.
That's cursed.
Very, very cursed. But yeah. So I'm gonna undo, Control Z. Then we start with the NPC definitions. I'm gonna skip NPCs entirely in this tutorial because they are multi-hour session on their own. And then we have, let's go back to FLMod Studio. It's actually a bit more visualized here. So we have our Kusari. So as you can see here, we have all of our encounters, NPC encounters, and then we have zones. We have, if I expand a little bit more, Kanto Rock, Chiba Rock, Kure Minefield. So these are the asteroid fields, nebulae. New Tokyo has no nebulae, so they're not here, but the nebula would also be here. And then our objects start. You can sort these however you want. Well, not however you want. There's three options. There's sorting by name, alphabetically, sorting by type. So asteroids, but type is not very useful because a lot of them share the same one. I'll never use this. Sorting alphabetically is cool if you know a particular nickname, but you just don't want to scroll and search for it manually. You can sort alphabetically. And then there's the hashtag, which just sorts it by the load order, which is the way we usually work with. Load order, which is what I explained. First, system's going to load all of these things and then go down. And it loads the lights first, the suns, and then everything else. This all happens in an instant, but this is essentially because vanilla put this framework like this, we stick to it. There's no reason to change it everywhere now. It's too much effort. So this is, load order is like this, and we stick to it. We put our lights first and then suns, even though this doesn't have to be always the case. Don't consider this a rule. But these first few things, like system info, background, etc., this should be always at the top. It's also easier then for everybody to always find these at the top. They don't have to search for background in the middle of everything else. Like if I was to move the background like here, and then, you know, people would search, where can I change the stars here quick? Oh, somebody moved it down. No, we just keep it all at the top. Okay, and then there's all the other entries listed here. We already explained the suns. There's the lights. You can have multiple light sources. Not going to go too in depth into this, but specifically when you're copying a sun has a corresponding light to it always, or should have it. So you just have to find it. In this case, it's Q01 system light, I'm going to Control-C copy it and then paste it below, and I'm going to name it System2 Light. And then I'm going to assign it to the other sun. So once again, we copy the coordinates of our sun, grab the light, and paste it here. And now the light is, it's like this tiny little thing. It's literally inside the sun, and it's going to radiate for 200K with this color. If you're curious what this color is, you grab the color, you go to your Firefox, and then in hex color RGB, paste, and you will see which color it is. Blue, light bluish. Cool, so now we assign the light. You can test this in game. It's gonna illuminate the same that the first one does, so you're not gonna notice too big of a difference, but yeah. This is just like quality assurance immediately, so we don't forget to assign a light to the sun. So you approach the sun, but there's no change in lighting, because the sun itself doesn't illuminate. So you need to add the light. Okay, then let's explain some more objects in the system. As you can see, there's a bunch of trade lanes that are defined next. There's planet Fuji, planet Ice Moon next to it. I forgot the name of the satellite. Kitadake, there's planet New Tokyo, of course, and then there's trade lanes, there's patrol paths a bunch, etc. So everything that exists client side in Freelancer is defined here. So for example, this wouldn't include POPs, this wouldn't include the new mining rocks, which are server side. Anything that's client side exists here. Okay, and then at the bottom of the file is usually the mission vignettes. So these are zones. They're not marked, by the way, so you have to oh yeah, one more useful hotkey is you hold shift and then you left click on, let's say, number 12. It selects all of them. So hold shift, left click, and then you can checkbox all of them, and there are these green zones. These are the zones inside which missions can spawn. So you want to have these. If these are gone, then there's no valid missions to spawn, and then the bar will tell you there are no missions available, come back later. So these need to exist in every system that you want to offer missions. There's a lot of them in New Tokyo. Okay, and then once again,
vignettes, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Not very relevant when you're making a system with no human life, for example. Which is why usually, like, the first project I like to recommend people is to make your own Uncharted without any NPCs, because NPCs are very crash prone. They require a lot of extra work.
Oh,
and effort.
yeah.
But just
So
make
that exclusion zone for vignette 12. Yeah, I'm wondering what that is.
That's a vanilla thing. They did these, I believe, because of the base destruction missions, so that the base itself wouldn't spawn inside of a rock, because this is inside of the dust field, right? So they added this exclusion. If a mission spawns here, the base will always be in space. It's not going to be clipped into a rock. That's the only reason why. But
I see.
This is the exclusion zone for this asteroid field, the same way there is one here as well. Yeah, I can explain this.
It's an interesting place in the load order, I guess, is why it stuck out.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's just how it is. The next thing I can explain then briefly is the exclusion zones. As you can see, the orange ones are the exclusion zones we use. So they are essentially they're not immediately here. They don't immediately become exclusion zones. You have to also assign it in the asteroid file itself. But this is the first step. So you would create this zone sphere exclusion. If it doesn't exist anywhere in the system, I recommend grabbing it from another system and then copying it. You can grab it from here, for example, right? Unio junction doesn't matter. You can still copy it into another system, like here. It would be here, right? But then you can change the name to Kuo1 test exclusion. That would be the first step. And then you would move it to a dust field or somewhere, like here. And then there's a bunch of parameters again. Not going to go too in-depth into it right now, but that's just the first step to creating exclusion zones. The other zone is the pop zone. Since I used Kabukicho as an example, this is Kabukicho. The pop zone, if I zoom in and click it, you have to click a bit exactly. Or what you can do, you can select the big field, it's selected, and then unmark it, so it's removed. So you can click your pop zone easier. The pop zone is where NPCs spawn. And here we have area defend, Hogosha, and some freighters, again from Hogosha. This is pretty standard. We spawn these, they're just going to spawn, they're going to fly around and dock back with the base. These are not patrol paths, these are just zones where NPCs spawn instantly from like 2.5k from you, and then they fly around and usually dock with the station or fly around endlessly. And we use these around bases and around jump gates, jump holes, sometimes. Like, this is how battle zones work as well, by the way. They're just the same as this zone, but they have a bunch more parameters with spawns, etc. So yeah, that's that. Then we have patrol paths and trade paths. You can see the green ones are the trade paths, and patrol paths would be gray. So if I, once again, shift, left click, select all of the patrol paths, then mark them, you're going to see a bunch of patrol paths show up everywhere. And specifically to Kabukicho, there's, for example, this path, Farmers Alliance. It starts from Kabukicho and then goes all the way to across the trade lanes and then attacks. Yep, I forgot the name now of the police station in New Tokyo. It like raids the station, and then they come back to Kabukicho. So yeah, those are the trade and patrol paths. Trade paths need to have a valid dockable on both sides, but again, I don't want to go in depth too much in NPC stuff right now because that's a topic of its own. Then what's interesting is bases. We mentioned Kabukicho, but we can also mention New Tokyo because it's also a base. New Tokyo, or the battleship here, is a good example. So bases have one main entry, which is the station itself, and it's defined here, not in the nickname or anything, it's defined here in base and dock with these two. So this is Kusario 303 base. If I copy this entry and then I go to my Visual Studio Code universe.ini and I paste it here, it will tell me this is battleship Hamatsu. And you can also reverse search it. Like, you don't know where a station is, you can also search it like, I don't know, Gran Canaria, and then you would see this is the internal nickname, it's in EW08, which is Omega 49. Okay, back to FLMS. So these are the important things that define a base. Once again, we said nickname has to be unique, IDS name and IDS info are the info card name and description, position is the position, rotation is rotation angles, archetype is K battleship, archetype we're going to get to in a second, so this is just Kusari battleship. Base and dock with are which base you actually dock with when you dock with this battleship. Reputation is the IFF, Kusari Naval Forces. And then we have a bunch of behavior and a bunch of parameters for the Solar AI. So behavior equals nothing, it's just a vanilla entry that you always copy. Voice is what voice will the AI have when you dock with it, when it hails nearby NPCs, etc. Space costume, same thing, it's not a voice, but it's looks. So which head is going to have and which body is going to have, which uniform. Usually you copy paste both of these from other stations that are from the same faction. Difficulty level is the level of the AI. This is anywhere between 1 and 19, like 11 is fine. 19 is going to make it a little bit harder, but I think in this case it doesn't matter because what actually will make it harder is Pilot Solar. Pilot Solar is AI type, like let's say literally difficulty, easy, medium, hard, very hard. Pilot Solar hardest would make it as intelligent as possible. It's going to shoot at the highest refire, it's going to shoot accurately, etc. If you put Pilot Solar easy, for example, it will shoot only a quarter of the refire it could, it's going to be inaccurate, stuff like that. And then loadout is the loadout. Yeah.
Sorry, that's why you have, like, when you shoot NPCs, you have like the NPC shooting like only one gun or two, like one bing bing bing.
Yeah, exactly. That means it's Pilot Solar easy.
Oh, and if it's like the hardest, you have like better at PvP than me. Alright, that's actually pretty cool. I never bothered with that.
Yeah. And loadout is the
That's
battleship.
great.
Loadout, which I'm not going to go into. But what I will go into now is this archetype. The second file that I highly recommend you guys pin in your Visual Studio Code is Solararch.ini, which is actually, you have to go a little bit up. I'm going to close the systems for now. We have to go to Solar, so data Solar.
Yep.
And then Solararch.ini at the very bottom. pin.
Solar. Yep.
And here we can find our
Huh.
K battleship.
Oh. Yeah. But
So this is the list of all the solars the game uses. Every single solar that you see in
yep.
in
Essentially a repository.
yeah, every single solar from a planet to a trade lane to a jump gate. We can pick a jump
Holy
gate.
shit.
Prize battleship.
You
I
have
didn't know it has hit points.
yeah.
I never bothered to check. It has hit points, so you can virtually destroy a cap.
Well, not that
Take an
easy.
insane
No,
amount of time.
not that easy.
It's more time than you would ever have.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, jump gate is also here. This is jump gate Gallia. Let me find the default jump gate, for example. But yeah, back to K battleship, just to show you one entry. Everything is here, and yeah, it says type station. It loads the actual model from these files along with textures. LOD ranges are the ranges at which the textures start loading. So for 50K you're going to see the big essentially frame, and then from 10K onwards it's going to start loading more and more details depending on the model. This is the small surface effects. This is the impact effect when you hit it with something. A very minor thing. Then mass and hit points are going to be infinity effectively for the game because it's a static solar. And then we have the docking spheres. This is again station specific. You need to know these mounts depending on the model, etc., etc. Not very important because at the start, if you're going to be editing bases, you're going to mostly do copy paste from existing ones. So you're not making a new archetype here. But just so you know, the basic solar radius is the size on the nav map of this archetype. So if I put this to 4000, it's going to be a giant Kusari battleship on the nav map, or rather. It's actually not an icon of a small station, of a battleship, it's an icon of a small station. Yeah, we can try.
I do want to have one.
I put it to 4K, let's try it in game. I'm not sure if it loads instantly. I need to do show. No, it doesn't. No, for this we have text. So, Freelancer dev. I don't even have to undock. But yeah, as you can see now, there's a giant battleship coming out. So in here.
I will see it.
Yeah. So yeah, let's undo this change because this changes it for every single Kusari battleship. Remember, this is repository, as you said, for everything. It's not system specific.
Yeah. The other battleship will too.
So that was solar radius? What was it again?
Yeah, solar radius.
It's
Yeah.
the size, yeah.
Okay.
And shape.
Spencer?
Come again?
That was just me saying good morning to my son. He's up now.
Okay. Shape name is the icon you saw in the game. This you can play with this. For example, there's nav, weapon platform, stuff like that. If I type shape name, let's see what we have. We have a lot of small station depot, SM depot, trade lane ring, etc. Those are the icons on the nav map. Okay, so
Seems like small station is for a lot of solars.
yeah, it's used a lot. We don't have unique nav map icons, even though we could, but just nobody ever got around to it. Okay, then let's go back to FLMS. And now, when you have these two files open, these are your main files: Universe.ini, Solararch.ini. What's another one that you would be using a lot without having to think about NPCs? I think that suffices. Yeah, those two for now. Let me see on my other install that I have pinned everything. Yeah, bases and stuff we don't use because again we're not. I guess loadouts would be the third one. Yeah, let's do loadouts. So I'm gonna open it from the Explorer now, but you would go to Data, Solar, and then where Solararch was, it's also Loadouts.ini. There it is, Loadouts. And I lost my pen because I need to open my folder. Just a second. Freelancer dev. and here I'm going to open as well. So it's a little bit above Solararch. It's here, Loadouts.ini. Pin it.
Hey, Fisher.
So loadouts are, well, let's take an example of our Kusari battleship.
It's getting famous, that one.
Yep. You grab the loadout here because it's a static solar loadout, and then you would Control F and you would find the loadout. Everything defined here. Archetype is irrelevant. This is not actually loaded here. This is just for our reference, so you know which it is, even though in this case it's pointless, but I believe this is vanilla. Then you have equip a scanner, power core, and then the static rumble that you hear. This is the sound of the engines. So these three are pretty common for static solars. Then we have the lights. Again, you need to know the actual model. We're not going to go into it right now. And then you assign the turrets. Again, depending on the model, usually it's turret large XX, turret small XX, and then the engine as well in this case. And then quick dock, the quick dock light, where people know where they can quick dock.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the big light next to... Oh.
Yeah, this is...
It's a relatively recent addition, I noticed.
I think it's been around for a while, the lights, the quick
Yeah,
dock
a
lights.
while, but...
Yeah.
It was a bit like... after at least 2020, maybe. I forgot.
Yeah, no worries. So if you go back to the battleship, and we can change loadouts on the fly. So you see it has guns, it has the quick dot light here. If we delete a loadout, we can do this right now. So just delete, save, load the system. Everything's gone. The guns are gone, the light is gone. It's bare bones now. So yeah, you can
Fresh off the dock.
Yeah, not even. I think they would still have done something like.
I presume to create a new loadout. To create a new loadout in Solararch, you just duplicate the entry for the solar loadout and like copy paste and then edit as you need to.
Yeah, like good recommendation is even if you're working with Solararch or Universe, copy existing stuff, change the nickname, and you're already good. You're already not going to break the game. As soon as you copy this and name this debris like this, you're already good, and then you can show. This is I literally took debris, the worst example possible. Where's my Ku battleship?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to do.
You can type Ku
like...
battleship experimental or something. And then yeah, you can play with it, and then assign this archetype. Let's say this archetype has no access to caps. You just remove these two jumps. So birth is just snubs, jump is for caps. Experimental, and then
so just to confirm, snubs and caps, dock mount A, B, and C are what determine that, or
no, birth is snubs, jump is caps, or jump is everybody rather.
Okay.
So let's say I delete that. Then I grab this. So yeah.
Is dock mount A the one with the animation, and then B and C are the instance?
Yes, B and C are the quick dock points. I would imagine in this case. Yeah. And then I assign this archetype. Obviously, FLMS is not up to date, so it's gonna flip out that it doesn't exist. Oh my god! But if I close it and reopen it, then it's gonna exist because it reads it from Solararch. Okay, so we created our experimental battleship, and let's test it. But for this, I believe we have to close the game because it's a new archetype. So do that, and I'm gonna buy something from Norfolk Shipyard, like a gunboat or something. And then there's cache. That's another command. It's pretty useful. Cache.
Oh, yeah.
Let's grab heavy transport. B. Tokyo. And if I now port myself to Hamamatsu.
Acknowledged. Your request to moor is denied. We are unable to service ships of your size.
There we go. We changed.
Acknowledged. Your request to moor is denied.
Hold on, that's the Longhorn. What's the base already to buy like this quote-unquote unique ship?
Cambrai.
Top craftable ships are available on Cambrai.
Cambrai, yeah, thanks. Conway.
Just show briefly.
I've changed. I'm just messing with the game for now. I put 100 hit points. I'm just gonna
Okay.
just gonna mess around. Whatever
Any reason why the Hercules is
happens.
there?
Because it's separate from the base construction platform, I assume.
Oh, you need to be a 3D terms. What's the base already?
Yeah, I have no idea why it's there. Okay, now, since we got the very basics out of the way, once again, I wanted to show you guys quickly the search option as well. So let's say K Battleship, you want to see what other bases use this archetype before you break anything or change it. You go to this little spyglass here, you click on search, K Battleship. And then it's going to show a bunch of...
sorry.
Yeah?
Comray's AFF is what already?
Hostile.
Sorry, I'm still trying to buy
Hostile
okay.
AFF.
You need to type
hostile
rep equals
1
1.
billion.
Rep equals 1.
And with
Just gonna stand up
spaces.
for a minute or two, guys. Can we be back in a bit?
Hostile 1 billion. Faction not found, but
Yeah, but you can play with that later, Curdy. So
yeah.
if I type K Battleship, it's a bit unfortunate because it's also selecting Cloak Battleship. So what you actually have to do is click on Match Whole Word in this case, but that's also why it's pretty useful. You get exactly where and what bases use this archetype. So we see the entry in Solararch, that's obviously the entry itself, and then we have in Kusari 02, that's Shikoku, we have 2 battleships, and in Kusari 04 we have another battleship, and then obviously there's one in Kusari 01, but we changed it temporarily now to the experimental one so it doesn't show. So yeah, for example here with a simple search, I searched for K battleship and I matched the exact search, and then it showed me the other 3 battleships that exist. Just a simple demonstration of how to use the search. And then you can use this search, for example, to find, I don't know, this loadout. It should probably be the same as well. It's not. So for example, here it's commented out, so it doesn't count. But yeah, you can search other things. You can cross-search stuff. You can search, for example, this base. What's the base look like? There's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of base references you can see, like 6 or 7 files. News articles, NPCs where defined missions and stuff, market commodities, market equipment where things are sold, etc., market ships. So yeah, that's how you can basically do little hops to get to your end goal or just to explore what is in the things that you're working with. For example, market commodities, this battleship is selling these commodities at these prices. Not going to get too much in depth into it right now. But yeah, just remember to use the search button, it's super useful. And especially in combination with, as I said, Universe, Solararch, Loadouts. Especially the first 2, very important. Good, now what I propose, let's make our new system. As I said, I would like to make or I would recommend you guys to make an Uncharted, because you can put stuff in there, do whatever you want, copy objects, copy paste, change them, etc. So, to create a new system, we're going to first create it through the Explorer. We go to our Freelancer install, data, universe, systems. And then when I scroll all the way down, we have Uncharted's. And let's grab an Uncharted, like let's say Uncharted 6, doesn't matter which one.
Oh, that's the fun stuff.
I'm going to copy Uncharted 06 and I'm going to paste it in the same folder. It's going to be a duplicate, and I'm going to rename it to Uncharted 50 or something random, doesn't matter. Uncharted 50, let's say. I'm going to go in and I'm going to change this to Uncharted 50 as well. So once again, I copy pasted it. I made a new unique nickname. That's always important. So data, universe, systems, Uncharted, XX.
Right. Oh. I hate that system so fucking much. Like that. Nah, it killed me so many times. No, I'm not using Uncharted 6. I'm not gonna use that one.
You have nightmares.
Which Uncharted had like planet hawking, etc. I forgot.
5.
5, thanks.
But it
Yeah,
doesn't
I
matter for
used that
this.
one.
We're gonna erase everything
It's
inside
useful.
anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, once we create our new ini file, unique nickname, right click, open with VSCode, and we have our new system. So now what we want to do is we want to grab everything below background and just wipe it. We don't need any of it. Just wipe it. We want a clean system, and I actually am going to wipe this anomaly encounter as well, which shouldn't be here at the top so high. So it looks like this. Wipe everything and have a very clean system file.
Oh no.
Dust, ambient background, and then everything below that wipe.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
What about these semicolons?
They can stay. They're like, you mean this? That's just
Yeah.
a comment. You can write anywhere, anything you want here. This is useful for making notes, for example. You could make a note here, I don't know, system music.
Yeah,
Alright.
and for base, like you put the base name if it's not new base or something. Like
For
you
example.
know what it is.
For example, but that's like a lot of extra work. This is the most useful for stuff like recs. When you have 20 of them and the only difference is the number on of the nickname, then you might want to put a little comment to know immediately, okay, this is this rec, that's that rec. Okay,
Yeah.
so once you have this, now we close our whole FLMS Studio and start it again. And all right, our system is going to appear in the same place. No, we have to close. We have one more step to do. No, Hope, it doesn't. You can put as many comments as you want. So you can have like comments. Comments are not read by the system files. You can be writing whatever you want here. This is all irrelevant, what it says here.
I'm gonna change the music. Yes. Direct dust.
You mean
No.
no? It doesn't matter. I'm not sure what exactly you mean, Hope, but it doesn't matter if you put it here, or even you could even put it like. Pretty sure you can put it even like here, but there's no reason to do that. You're just making your own job harder. Yeah, comments you can be put everywhere. You can even do it via Freelancer Mod Studio. There's a comment entry at the very bottom. But yeah, before that, I was deleting all of these like this. We have a few more things to do in the Explorer. So
The FL Mod Studio window, for some reason, is like really small. The 3D editor window.
it happens
I don't know what
sometimes.
that's about.
Yeah.
Any way to fix, or?
You mean like it's small, like in the top left?
Yeah.
And if you put full screen, what happens?
It remains small.
Can you double click on it or like drag and drop to expand it?
Oh, wait. I think I got it. I think. Hold on. I can drag it to the right, but that's not doing anything.
Add a sun.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, I love troubleshooting FLMS problems. It happens. The program is a bit buggy. But I don't remember exactly the solution to your problem, though. There has to be some way to drag and drop it or make it like full screen again.
Options.
Or maybe file, open it again. File, open, and then it should
Yeah,
be
no,
already.
for some reason that's not doing it.
Can you
I
stream?
could try. Yeah, 1 second. Let me just try one more thing. See if maybe ending it in Task Manager might be helpful. Actually, I'll just stream real quick.
Mhm.
Okay, so this is what I got. As you can see.
Right. Can you click on the very edge in the bottom right of that white window and like drop it? No?
Nothing. I could get the top there. Properties. Ah,
Yeah.
well. Wait.
Th-
Oh no. Come on.
Then
Nope.
you need to go to. Let me remember. See users. Username.
Yeah.
App data.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Okay. So
Users.
users. My username. Why
App
is
data.
app data always invised? I swear.
Yeah, you have to enable that.
Okay.
Yep.
God damn it. Why is it? Sorry.
No, that's okay. You can go look at my screen.
Yeah.
Oh, but you don't have. Okay, but here you go to properties and then no, not properties. Sorry, options, I believe. Yes, and then in view you can. There's the thing to.
Hidden items. There
Yeah,
we go.
there you go. App data. Perfect. Local,
Okay.
I believe, and then there's Freelancer Mod Studio, or is it? It's roaming, isn't it? Yeah, it's roaming. App data roaming. Freelancer Mod Studio, and then you delete the layout file. Just delete it. And then
Cool.
launch the Freelancer Mod Studio again. No,
Are you
no,
fucking
close it first. Close it first and then delete it because you had it.
Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. And hey, there we go.
And now we just open Universe.ini again. But don't close the properties because now you closed it.
Well,
You closed your properties window on the right.
well.
You can just close
There
it.
we
Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah. And now you just scale it as you wish. Okay, good. So that we got that troubleshooting part of the way too. That can happen sometimes. FLMS just randomly like ignores your layout. So you have to do this. You have to go to app data, roaming, and then delete the layout. Before you delete the layout, close FLMS, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we do that though, I wanted to go back to our file explorer. Go to your Freelancer installation, not here. Freelancer dev. We have a couple of other things to create. So data universe, we went to systems and created our system, but that's not enough. That just means the file exists, but it's not being read by anything. As I already said, the most important file for systeming is universe.ini. We need to define our system in universe.ini. So let's go to VSCode and let's find Uncharted something, because it's the easiest template to copy. It doesn't matter which one. Let's grab the Uncharted entries of any Uncharted you want. And let's place ours at the bottom of Uncharted. So after Uncharted 10, double space, paste. Change immediately nickname Uncharted 50. File Uncharted 50. Uncharted 50.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. I took from Uncharted 5, so Uncharted 5.
Uncharted 50. Position, we can put 50. Position is the position on in FLMS, like where it's going to be on the map. So let's put, for this, let's put like, so it's distinct, I don't know, 5, 15, just so it's different. We're going to read it later. Then message ID prefix, this is, well, discovery systems don't have this, so it's like NPCs won't hail it. Visit means it's hidden on the nav map, but maybe we want to actually put 1 for this. So the visit flag essentially 0 means it's normally discoverable, 1 means it's always visible, and 128 means it's hidden. Even if you explore it, it's not gonna be mapped on your nav map.
Hey,
Street
I
name.
see, man.
These two we cannot change right now because I said you guys literally don't have the info cards file, but these are the info cards related stuffs. And then nav map scale is the size of the nav map of each sector on the nav map. The bigger the number, the smaller the nav map. It's reverse. So if we want to make a New York size nav map, then we press number 1. Most systems are number 2. Number 2 is like, I don't know, your Omega 3, your Dresden, stuff like that. They're usually number 2, like non-house systems, non-huge systems in the game. And
This affects the scale of the system itself.
Yeah, just the nav map, but the nav map is what we're basing our system on, so yeah, it changes a lot. So yeah, I would put this baseline 2. Nav map scale 2 is like what at least half the systems in the game use, I would say. Nav map scale 2. So yeah, we have our systems entry, and now we can close FLMS and open it again, and our systems should show up.
I have like 2.2 nav map scale. I guess that's why that system is like 13.6k
Yeah,
of size.
I don't know the exact
Yeah,
formula, but yeah, put something around nav map scale 2. So yeah, once I loaded FLMS, our system is actually here because I put 515 position. There it is, Uncharted 50. We created a new system. So we just needed the system file itself and then define it in universe.ini. That's the baseline.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I took the liberty, when I had made the system for the original interview in 2021, I used FLMS to move things around and then changed on Notepad. I hope that's not problematic, right?
Do something wrong?
No. I think let's
Right.
go to
Also.
systems, Uncharted 50. Disco dev, okay.
There we go. Perfect.
And then for you it's not showing up, you said. Let's see. Uncharted 50. Put position equals, let me see something that's going to stand out a lot. Put 518.
Oh shit, I've got it up on...
Try again.
We exit this way just to make sure.
There it is.
Still not showing. Okay, then check your universe.ini paths. Just hover over at the top universe.ini on the left. On the right, sorry, yeah. Hover over. Disco dev, okay. And it's not showing up
It
for
should
you.
be. Yeah, I even like scroll down to find it. It's not on the list.
What did you save in
In the load order.
Visual Studio? Control S? Oh,
That's a
you
rookie mistake on my
Yeah,
part.
you did that.
there we go.
Oh, geez, that's embarrassing.
Nah, it's alright. Okay, so we have our
yeah,
system.
there we go.
Left click, open. There's absolutely nothing in it. So what we can do now is start copy pasting from other systems content into our system.
Apparently there is stuff.
Oh, you didn't save the zeroing out as well. In VSCode.
Yeah, that would explain it.
Yeah.
All right,
Control S,
I'll
yeah.
just There we go.
Yeah. So first step, let's copy a sun because that's what we usually do.
That was exactly that was exactly what I was doing.
So I'm gonna select New York Sun. You can choose whatever system you want.
Where the fuck is the sun?
Pick any system you want. I'm choosing New York. So I'm grabbing all 3 values, Uncharted 50, and I'm copy pasting it into the system.
Right.
And the first thing I do is immediately change the nickname. So it's Sun Uncharted 5001. Like this. And then Zone Uncharted 50.
This one.
Sun Death.
101. Bing.
Like this. And that's already good enough. We're using New York Sun. We could make it a unique archetype, but for now, just for testing, it's okay. And now we can try and go to our system in game.
Okay.
As long
One
as the
sec.
nickname is unique.
Eddie's one. I'm gonna steal the sun. I've read the death low because it's fun.
No, you can't do that. It's gonna crash your game. You cannot press S from a base when you're docked. You have to go to space. Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't work.
That's on me.
That's alright.
Yeah.
I see, I'm just having fun at this point.
Wait for the docking
Yeah, because
animation to end.
I,
Yep.
I fucking love
So
making
there you go.
systems.
You have your test system. And here
Hey.
you can now start adding a star sphere, adding light, adding objects, etc. Well, let's do some basics. For example, let's put some light. You don't have to close the game for this, so we have ambient light. Let's put this to 50, 50, 50, for example. That's like dark, but not too dark, gray-ish. And just press again S Uncharted 50 to test it immediately.
Hold on.
What?
Oh,
Did you save?
S Uncharted
Save, yeah. Like,
and UNCIH 50, and that works.
Oh, you did? Oh no, you edited the wrong thing, Lily. Hold up. It was you put it in the comments, yeah.
Oh my god. I am something is up with me today.
Nah, it's alright. Now it's gonna work. It has to. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah,
Then-
my game crashed.
Alright.
What did you type, Curdy?
I didn't check.
Okay.
I just put the sun and didn't. Oh my fucking god! I'm fucking stupid.
It's okay. We can troubleshoot it. You can watch at the video later. I don't have too much time. That's why I wanna show you guys a few more things before I go. So we have our test system. We can start shoving things in. Remember, as soon as you copy paste, first change the nickname. So yeah, what I would recommend you guys to play with is stuff like planets that are not dockable planets. So if we take the example of New York, we have the satellite moon of
Maine.
Maine. We can grab Maine, we can shove it in, for example, immediately change it to Uncharted 50. Planet.
Worst moon possible. My bad. I'm biased.
Death.
There
Like this.
we go.
So those two are in. We can even...
Wait, what the fuck is crashing my game?
There is Maine. It's you have to reload the game to actually see the info card, but we have Maine.
I really should just copy Uncharted 50. There we go.
Yeah,
My life
you
easier.
make your life easier, yeah. And then save.
My game fucking crash. ONG-base.dll.
I think you have to type show, Lily.
Yeah, let me...
Oh no, it's not gonna show. It's not gonna show. As I said, you would have to. Oh, but it does show as object unknown. Okay, but it is there. As I said, info cards do not load until you reload the game, so you would have to close it and open it. But it's there. So yeah, next thing we could change the Starsphere. So once again, back to Freelancer Mod Studio. Let's grab a Starsphere from, I don't know,
Sure.
pick a system. Let's say Tau 29, whatever. So we would go to. Why is this is a bit of a mess, but we have background right here before the objects start being loaded, and we grab the last one, Nebula. That's the actual Starsphere. Copy to Uncharted, background, paste it over.
Background. Oh yeah.
And then there it is.
Get the Nebula and Uncharted 50 background. Put it in there. And save. And there we go.
Yep, that loads immediately, no need to restart the game. So yeah, that's how you can now play around with this system. Change the
I think I
Starsphere,
know why.
add planets, add... okay, I should actually... Last thing I'm going to show you guys is how to add Nebula and Asteroid fields, because that's a bit not as straightforward as it was a one copy paste. So, are there any questions before this, before I move on to it?
I'm guessing you can remove the stars so that way you just get like the nebulae in the background, or like it seems like the stars are a separate entry.
Yes, so if you delete these two, just for test, what you get is...
Oh yeah, it's far less bright. Yeah.
But you do want some stars, I think, because it's pretty realistic, because there would be stars everywhere
Yeah.
to look. Not
Yeah,
pitch.
it's just
pitch black.
useful for things like Earhart or whatever, where it's like, oh, spooky in another place kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So you want some stars. Yeah, I'm going to return them. So let's add an asteroid field here. The asteroid field, as I said, is not that straightforward. There's a couple of things. So and this can't crash the game easily. So let's pick. I don't know. Let's pick the Omega 41, the giant one. Actually, no. Let's not pick a giant. Let's pick a smaller one, but not a system-wide one. Let's go to New Tokyo. Just grab one of the dust fields, whatever. So I'm going to grab the Western New Tokyo field. As you can see, Kanto rock field. We're going to copy paste that one into Uncharted 50. I'm actually going to close these two. So we're going to copy paste that one at the bottom. But we also, Asteroid and Nebula zones are defined with their entry that you can see, like the actual asteroid. And then at the top, if you scroll all the way to the top, we also have to find the zone, Kanto rock asteroid field. There it is. You can expand it here, by the way, the name, to have it a bit more visible. So Kanto rock asteroid, we're going to copy paste that one as well. We're going to copy paste both. The order doesn't matter at the moment, even though it should technically go at the top, but it doesn't matter. In this case, it doesn't change anything. So first thing, we rename it. We name it Uncharted 50, and then you don't have to keep the name Kanto. This can be just rock field, just generic. Just Uncharted 50 rock asteroid field ini, zone Uncharted 50 rock asteroid field. And then this zone is the exact same thing that's referenced in the actual zone name. So we do it like this. We copy paste it here. So this nickname of the actual zone that you see in FLMS has to match the zone entry in the asteroid.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't match, it will crash.
Why my game continues to crash?
So and then
BW02, right.
What's the functional purpose of the two zones being different?
So the reason is this is like a bridge. This entry, this blank entry, is a bridge between the asteroid file, which is a completely separate file from the system file. It's like a new thing, and this zone. So it connects the two into a sensible functioning entity, so to say. So this is the zone, and then the asteroid file will have types of asteroids, density, etc. defined. We're going to do that in a second. So these are the first steps. Another thing you have to do is you have to delete any encounters here you have, because otherwise your game will crash if there's no encounters.
Yeah.
So we delete the encounter. That's it. You can delete the comment too if you wish, but it's not as important right now. And then the IDS info will stay Kanto field for now. That's unfortunately how it is. But maybe in some other time I will show how to assign info cards, write info cards, etc. But yeah, just remove the encounters here. We don't want any NPCs. And then if you refresh, your game will crash. I believe you can try. It should crash.
Let's see
because
what's up.
because it doesn't have.
Yep.
It doesn't have the asteroid file. So we're not done yet. So this was just the first step for nebulae and asteroids. We copy these two. Then we have to go to our Explorer. Data, solar, asteroids, or nebulae, depending on what you're working with. So asteroids or nebulae. But in this case it's asteroids because it's not a nebula. And we have to find our New Tokyo field that we copied. So you can find it manually or Kanto rock asteroid field. We have the path here. Solar asteroids, Kanto rock asteroid field. So we're going to grab that one. Kusari 01. Kanto rock asteroid field. We're going to again copy it on top of each other and then change the nickname here to match the nickname that we wrote in Uncharted 50. So if I go to Uncharted 50, I grab this solar asteroids Uncharted 50. Then I go back here and I edit it to be like this.
My system keeps crashing. I think I'm gonna just delete it completely.
Just tag into the stream, it's fine. Curti, just watch my stream.
Yeah.
Uncharted
Okay.
50, Rock Asteroid Field. Cool.
Cool. And then you double click on it, or right click open in Visual Studio. And one last thing we have to do, we have to delete exclusion zones, because these exclusion zones are being referenced to Kusari 01. Or you don't have to delete them, you can comment them out, so you know how to add your own later on. So one other cool thing you can do with VSCode, right click, command palette, and then here type comment, add line comment, you can comment them all together.
Oh.
And then
That's
save.
pretty cool.
Now go to your system, but you have to restart the game when working with zones. And then let's see how
Yeah.
it looks. Well, yours already crashed, Lily, but
I'm
now,
one step ahead.
yeah.
Freelancer, now click 1
Yeah, you have to go to space. And remember this animation has to end. And now, if
Hold
you
on.
look on the nav
You
map,
have to go to space before. That's probably why my game keeps crashing.
did you save it in FLMS Studio, Lily?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Or in the
All I
file?
saved. Let me just do it just in case and hit save on everything.
And in VS Code as well.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Why did I go muscle memory? All right. So.
There it is.
Hey.
You can put a waypoint and then type J to beam yourself to it.
Mhm.
Okay, so you
Look at that Kanto field.
created, there's no lighting, so once again you can copy a light that we created in Q01, change the nickname, and the light is gonna be the same as in New Tokyo. And you have to place it in the center of the system, for example. Q01
yeah,
system
system
light.
light.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can just copy paste the whole thing.
That. And yeah. Get that up there. And just so I'm thorough.
Yeah. And that's already enough. Save.
Oh yeah, baby, it works.
There we go.
And now the asteroid.
Yeah, it has the Gallic music. Alright, I'm fucking stupid. Because I didn't hear or understand that you needed to complete, like, go to space and stuff. Because,
Yeah, you have
oh
to.
my god.
You have to
Because
go to space, yes.
I
A little bit of
added,
stupidity now makes you smarter
I-
later.
exactly. Because I added Vrax, I added a moon, I added another sun, I added Nebula. And I deleted everything. Because I kept thinking, is it maybe the wreck? Is it maybe the destroyed battleship? Is it the music? What the fuck is happening? There's like 5 lines of
Yeah.
lines at this point.
You need to consider adding one thing at a time when you're actually developing a system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I
that
type
was what
system,
I was doing exactly. But
Yeah.
I kept crashing. But I didn't know. At some point, I just commented everything out. Yeah, exactly. That
Yeah,
was.
you can't do that. Yeah, you have to be in space.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair point.
So yeah, my system, my system
Here
works.
it is, yeah.
My system works.
I
It
see.
has Gallic music.
So yeah, and just to confirm, navmap scale is like it zooms out. So for example, if I were to, it would show more of the field. For example.
Yeah, you can try navmap scale 1.5
okay.
or 1 in universe.ini. Yeah.
Yes. So let me. Yeah, look at the. There we go. And I would go to universe and navmap scale. If I were to go 5, I guess, and save.
No, 5 is super small.
Yeah.
Remember, the smaller the number, the bigger.
Oh yeah. So if I were to go 1,
Yeah.
so does this go down to decimals at all, or?
if you go like it's logarithmic scale, so if you go like 0.2, it's gonna be essentially infinity. So you want like you don't want to go below 0.7. That's already like double New York size or something.
I see. Okay.
Antonio, quick question. I opened the universe map and it shows galaxy map. I suppose it's because it's Uncharted. Yes.
Yes.
It's normal.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's normal. You have to restart the game, Lily. For nav map stuff, you have to restart. Same as Asteroid.
Sorry, I've got a question. Where do you set the system size? I don't think I caught that.
In Universe.ini, let me show you. You have nav map scale. The lower the number, the bigger
it's
the
that
nav
simple.
map. Yeah.
Oh, that's the nav map scale. It's not the actual system.
No, it's just a nav map scale, nothing else.
Okay. All the systems have the same size, do they?
No. Well.
No.
Well, technically, yeah, infinity. Like, there's no stopping you, right? From going as far away as you can before the game breaks. But the nav map scale defines in which confinements we work with the system. So it's very important to do this before working on the system, and then you adjust it a little bit, right? So, for example,
okay, that makes sense.
I put nav map scale 2. I work on my system. I see it's a little bit out of bounds. I put 1.8. I increase it a little bit. Again, lower the number, the bigger it is. Or it's a bit too big, then I'm going to put 2.2, for example, right? Stuff like that. But I still work with... I designed the whole place around nav map scale 2, essentially.
Proof that size don't matter.
There we go.
How big can imagine this. So most systems are like the biggest systems are like 100k apart, like the entities are 100k apart at most, something like that for the bigger systems. So like how big can the systems be, like quote unquote, until the game breaks? Like can I go like 200k, 300k, 400k? How big can they be?
Well, I guess the best way to answer that question is to try and break it yourself. I would say at around 400k-ish plus, the game is going to start breaking slowly, first by shaking a bit. I mean, you can try, hold up, the good test is to just go into single player and just jump in New York, for example. You don't have to tinker with any other system. You can, for example, here you go jump, let's say 300k, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's acting weird already.
It's acting a little bit, but you can't feel it yet. Let's say another 300k.
There's a wall. Where just like...
Yeah.
The moment I try to like...
For example, I can't even move. I can't even shoot, for example, anymore.
What the hell?
I can't. Like that's already bugging out. Let's go another 300k. I'm not sure if you can see it, but my ship is shaking already.
Yeah, from the stream, it's a little hard to... Oh yeah, but I can see it, yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah,
vibrating.
It's shaking, yeah. So, yeah, there's a bug.
Yeah, you can't shoot.
I can't shoot anymore, it's bugged, yeah. So, yeah, the game just breaks. It doesn't work, essentially. But yeah, what I would recommend you next, Lily, try to do the same thing for Asteroids, but for Nebula. It's the exact same process. You just have to comment out the exclusion zones and copy it from the Nebula file. Okay. Actually, let's do it real quick. Let's grab any Nebula. I don't know. Let's grab the Newcastle one on the. Wait, that's not Newcastle.
Oh yeah, Newcastle. Ooh, what's the name of the cool Newcastle where they're Darlington?
Yeah, that's the
Crester. Thanks.
Crester Nebula. Yep. So we grab the Nebula file, copy it into our Uncharted. We have to grab the other file as well, not just this one. So the name is BR07 Nebula 01. Go all the way up. BR09, sorry, Nebula 01. We paste that one and then change the name immediately to Uncharted 50. Zone Uncharted 50.
Oh shit! There we go.
I'll just open it on the. Okay, we're done with cool one. Just reopen
and delete the NPCs.
Yeah.
And then what you also you didn't change the other entry at the top. So.
Oh, did I not?
Yeah.
I think that's Newcastle.
It says BR.
So.
It says BR.
For under the file name.
Yeah, it has to be changed as well.
Oh wait, so wait, this as well, the Because I did the zone, I changed the zone, but I didn't change the file name.
Oh yeah,
No,
you should,
no,
you
no,
should,
no.
because for asteroids this can work. You can use the same file. In other systems it's not recommended at all. You can technically do it, but for Nebula it will crash 100%. So you have to rename
I thought
it.
it was, yeah. So I got to rename it to Unch50.
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay.
and the other one too.
Okay. For some reason I thought it was like asset related, but
Nope.
so for the asteroids, I'll just rename to get in the habit.
Yeah, I think that's your name. You can try if the game will crash. But before you launch the game, we have to go to Data Solar Nebula now.
Okay.
Where's the battleship?
And
Find
here,
the RO9 and then create a duplicate entry.
yeah, and then exclusion zones comment out.
Nebula. There we go.
There's the battleship.
And then rename to Uncharted 50.
Antonio, you said that you plan maybe on making, same thing like that, but for info cards. I'd love to know because I never understood info cards.
Sure, maybe in the future. But for that you can
Yeah,
also
that's
ask like
the
Jammy or somebody else. Info cards, it's very simple, but the problem is you guys on your local installs don't have the full info cards file. I'm not sure why we don't ship it with the actual game. So you can only work with a certain amount of info cards, but nonetheless I can show you the process.
Okay,
So you need just to restart the game, yeah. So
yeah.
let's see if this works. I copy pasted the Nebula. Oh, not Git. It's a habit.
This is simultaneously more complicated and much simpler than I thought it would be.
You have to go in space, yeah. You almost...
I'm too eager, I'm too eager. Alright, where are you, you big bitch?
You didn't save in FLMS, I think. It's gonna be your bane.
Oh, it's gonna keep happening until I finally get into the habit.
Yeah, you didn't save. There we go. But now you have to restart again. Yeah.
Yep.
Where's my end shot? There it is.
So there's
Okay,
the
I've
Nebula now.
got 4 billion battleships.
It's on the left.
No,
of the
it's
sun.
bad. No, it's bad to have
There it
the
is.
same name.
Now main is inside the Nebula. If you click on main,
No.
it's gonna be
Great.
spooky.
Danger. Radiation
Ooh.
damage detected.
I forgot there was radiation on Craster.
Where
That's
do you
very
put
true.
no dock on a base already, please?
No dock on a base?
Yeah. Because I copied the battleship and I don't want it to be dockable because I think it's gonna mess up.
Well, then you have to grab the undockable version of it, or you have to create your own. So,
Oh,
you're watching my stream?
Yep.
So Solararch, let's say we have the K battleship, right? And it's a dockable one. Here you have the undockable version already below.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then you can compare the
thank-
difference between the two. So
perfect.
what's the difference? The first difference is type equals station. Here
Station.
it's the
It's
same, but there's no docking spheres, number one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, docking spheres, exactly. Okay, thanks, perfect. Okay, so solar arcs. I should pin that one. Got that.
But this also shouldn't be station. Hold up. This is a bit... I would rather you put type mission satellite here. I don't think we use this, but type equals station will think... The game will think this is a station even if it's not dockable. So put type equals mission satellite instead. For the undockable base you want to create. Like here.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, don't use station. Station is actually for dockables. So just those two differences. Type is different, and then remove the docking sphere docking camera entries. Yep. Okay, and this is where I would wrap today's stream and today's recording because